everybody! Today I'm going to be talking about vengeance as a burning plague. This is not a video about current events. This is about one of the latest spirits that came out in the Jagged Earth Expansion for Spirit Islands. This is not a guide on how to play this character, just a commentary on my thoughts of it, what I liked about it, what I didn't, and what you might run into when playing this character. So the special rules for vengeance as a burning plague is that when a disease token is out, instead of removing the disease token and preventing the invaders from building, you can allow them to build, keep the disease token there, and instead get a fear token. When your presence would be destroyed, you can replace your presence with a new disease token. And finally, the blight act as badlands for this character. So the badlands increase damage to both invaders and Dahan. It's as if the land has become terribly dangerous in that specific land because of that spirit. I feel like it's not quite as complex as it is slow growing and just a challenge to play. This character does not have a ton of energy or is able to play a whole lot of cards until further into the game. But you do have the opportunity to draw new power cards on two different growth actions. So you have the chance to build up a really nice hand. One of the growth requirements is that it adds presence to a land that already has invaders in it or blight in it. So in that regard, you're often forced to put your presence in a dangerous land where you are likely to lose your presence. The good thing about that is you have a benefit for losing your presence. As I said in the beginning with the special rules, you always get those disease tokens if your presence is taken off the board. I like that this character can cause a lot of damage in both the fast action and slow action. So in the fast action, it's the disease tokens that are allowing for damage. And then in the slow phase, in the slow action phase, it is just like straight up damage is being caused to those cities and invaders. The things to bear in mind with this spirit is that it will pour down its vengeance on Dahan and invaders alike. So you have to be careful to remove your Dahan whenever you have the chance to. Get them out of the danger's way before you let your character unleash its pestilence upon the land, because it does not discriminate and it will kill Dahan as quickly as it does the invaders. So I don't recall all of our plays with this character, but I do have photo proof. I do have photos of my husband and I playing together, and I was the vengeance as a burning plague, and he was playing Keepers of the Forbidden Wilds. It was interesting because Keepers of the Forbidden Wilds does not treat the Dahan kindly either, and for the most part you just want to push them out of the way so that you don't kill them, that you don't cause damage. So when we played, we did end up with like little herds of Dahan that we had, together pushed into different lands. So we had kind of larger groups of those Dahan, and because of that, we were able to, just those lands themselves were able to cause a lot of damage. So I thought that was kind of interesting the way that it worked out. My husband pointed out that this character would be a lot easier to play if you were playing with the event cards. The event cards are something that my husband and I don't really like, and we did a video about that. You can check that out. So normally when you play with those, you do get to put out disease tokens to start you off. We haven't played that way, but I'm sure that would be really nice and a benefit if you were playing event cards to use this character. I wasn't really sure if I was going to be able to handle this spirit because of it being high complexity, but I found that I actually enjoyed it a whole lot. I like that you can put out those disease tokens and you have the option to hold off on preventing the invaders from building and instead generating more fear. I really love all the special powers, actually. I like that, you know, your presence can be taken off, but you can add more disease when you do that. And I also really enjoyed having the ability for blight to being a badland. So it's turning that like really bad thing that happens in the game into a good thing. By the end of the game, if you can, you know, make it that long, you really have the ability to cause like a bunch of different damage in a bunch of different ways. It does really ramp up, and it's very fun to be able to ignite those powers towards the end of the game. I also liked that I had a lot of opportunities to draw minor power cards, which was fun and gave this character a unique feeling and a unique play every time I played it. So this is one I will definitely be playing again. Those are my thoughts on Vengeance as a Burning Plague. If you guys are still here and watching this video, thank you for sticking it out. Let me know in the comments if you have been playing Vengeance as a Burning Plague, what is your experience? And if you have a request for another spirit that you'd like to see me review or like share my thoughts on, let me know what those suggestions are in the comments. If it's a spirit I played, I will be happy to talk about it next. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. So the special rules for Vengeance Burns is blah blah blah. I was playing the Vengeance, and he was playing Forbiddens of the Wild. And Keepers of the blah. Why can't I say these? Vengeance, that's the Burning Plague.